What's up, everybody? It's Kenya, and welcome to Outer Space. More importantly, welcome to Monday. And even more importantly than that, welcome to the Monday after my birthday. So yesterday was my birthday. It was an amazing day. I turned 32. I remember when I turned 25. Like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. And all of a sudden, I blinked my eyes and 7 years passed. It was a really, really great birthday, especially in spite of everything that's been going on with my partner and I, and the moving around, and I'm in Atlanta, the snow jam, all that crazy stuff that happened. It was so good to take a break from all of our responsibilities and just spend some time with people who really care about me and who love me and who want to share the day with me. So that was really, really cool. But in the midst of all that loveliness, I did have a few things that were kind of bittersweet that went on. And I'm not going to talk about those things specifically because it's not really important. But what is important is something that came out of that. And while I was kind of wrestling with this conflict that I was having with someone, a piece of advice that we both had kind of come to subscribe to was thrown out in a conversation. And what she said is the universe is self-correcting. And those words come from Marianne Williamson's book, A Course in Miracles. And pretty much what she means when she says the universe is self-correcting is that all things that happen in the world, all things that happen around us are always moving in the direction of goodness, of light, and that which is best for us. And when there are quote-unquote mistakes made, the universe always corrects those mistakes. Now, in reference to, this particular issue, I'm not really sure what the universe is going to do about that. But I had a really awesome experience when I came home from a present that my girlfriend gave me that made me really realize the universe is self-correcting on a grand scale. So let me just tell you that story. That's what this lesson is about this week. So when we had the fire in January, where this fire started was right where my altar was situated. And I think I said in the last video that my altar was where I put everything in my life that was precious to me, that was priceless. So my mom passed away when I was 12. I had pictures of my mom on my altar. I had pictures of my dad, who I've been out of contact with for years. I had my Narcotics Anonymous a brochure and coin that says, we say just for today, which is how you remain clean and sober. So I had that on there. I had my name tag from the Hay House conference that I went to, the first draft of Empty Space. I had stones and crystals that I had chosen to bring out and to strengthen certain chakras. I also had a intention journal that I had been writing on for 8 years. I had, trying to remember now, I had right next to the altar was a picture frame, and I had framed the t-shirt that I wore for my first ever 5K, and the first ever 5K I ran was in memory of my mom. That was sitting right next to the altar. And I also had the coolest thing that I had on it, in my opinion, was prayer treatment that my partner had wrote for me. So we are members of the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, and we do what's called affirmative prayer. And what affirmative prayer is it is saying, this is what I know to be true about my life. And you kind of speak the things that you want in your life into existence. And so a couple years ago, my partner and I had both, studied how to do affirmative prayer and written each other an affirmative prayer. And we put those affirmative prayers in precious places in our room. So of course my affirmative prayer that she wrote for me was on my altar. Now I cannot stress enough that literally everything that I had that was priceless was on this altar, and it's gone. There's no remnant of the altar, no remnant of anything that was on the altar. And I had been dealing with that emotionally because that's the place where I would go to pray, and having that place missing made me feel like I couldn't pray, or I felt disconnected from God. I felt really just crazy. So I come home from my birthday dinner on Saturday night, and I opened the gift from my partner, and this is what she got me. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but what it is she had the original affirmative prayer that she wrote for me on her computer, and she printed it out and she gave it back to me. sorry, it was just one of the most full circle moments I've ever had. And it just let me know, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm not crazy. I know that God is not mad at us. I know that the fire was not to punish us. I know that. I know that, you know, it's just something that happened. It doesn't mean anything for her and I, but to believe that you lost everything that you thought was priceless, and then for someone to be able to bring something like that back into your life, it was just amazing. I never thought I would see that again. And so it really gave me a tremendous amount of hope, but also a tremendous amount of peace, because I felt like what the universe was doing, what God was doing, is he was saying, this is not lost. All is not lost in these situations. When things are lost and they're meant to be found and they still have relevance in your life, the universe will bring them back to you, because the universe is self-correcting. So that's my story today, and I hope that you can do something with that. I hope that you realize that the universe is self-correcting, and there will be things, people that we lose and that we think are gone forever, or we think those emotions or those feelings are gone forever. But in those cases, when there's still more to be done with that, the universe will bring it back to you. Okay? Until next time, guys, post your comments.